So this week, you guys are still going to be working on the opinion writing that I assigned yesterday. It's going to be a whole week thing. I'm giving you lots of different materials to do and to use with it. So yesterday, you should have watched the YouTube video I posted, the pros and cons of zoos, and you should have used this sheet that was also posted yesterday. So it would have been day 5 in the day 5 folder. You should have used the top where it says video, the pros and cons of zoos, and you should have gave me reasons for why the zoo is better for the animals and then arguments for why the wild is better for animals. So if you haven't done that, rewatch that video, find different reasons why the zoo is better and find different reasons why the wild is better. When you are done, you will do the next one that says the article, Inner Lives of Zoo Animals. So you're going to, once again, find arguments over here of why zoos are safer for animals or better for animals, and then over here why the wild is better for animals. So I will read the article, Inner Lives of Zoo Animals, so you guys can do that research. And while I'm reading, mark stuff down. I'm going to upload this in Cami. The article you can go ahead and highlight in Cami, and then so you remember what you wanted to write down. So the inner lives of zoo animals. Words to know. Phobia, an extreme or irrational fear. Conservation, protection of the natural environment. So, do you know what it means when an elephant lowers her head and folds her trunk underneath it? Or when a zebra softly blows air between her lips? Or when a red fox lets out a high-pitched scream that almost sounds like a baby's cry? Animal behaviorists study what these and other animal behaviors mean. Dr. Vint Verga, a behaviorist, is a former veterinarian who works with zoos across the United States and Europe. Instead of focusing on the animals' bodies as he did when he was a veterinarian, he focuses on their minds. Many people believe that animals think and feel. Scientists used to say that this was not true, but new studies are showing scientists that animals may be more similar to humans than they thought. These studies show that crabs can feel pain, dolphins and elephants recognize themselves in the mirror, and that your dog really is happy to see you. The captive animals that Verga treats have mental health problems that are not seen in animals in the wild. He has treated depressed snow leopards and zebras with severe phobias. Verga claims that animals are reporting their inner states to us. We just don't know how to listen. Mark Reed, the executive director of the Sedgwick County Zoo in Wichita, claims that zoos have improved quite a bit in the last 30 years. His father, Ted, was director of the National Zoo in the 1950s. He remembers how the animals lived in steel cages with green tiles. The animal handlers would give sedatives to the animals using a dart gun. They would spray them with hoses to get them to move. Today, zoos look very different. The steel cages have been replaced with moats and glass walls. The animals receive better diets and are looked after by full-term veterinarians. Zoos have more of a focus on education and conservation. Zookeepers are more likely to reward the animals for good behavior than punish when they do not follow directions. Still, animals in zoos continue to develop problems like depression and phobias. Animals in the wild do not seem to have these same problems. Irene Pepperberg, a psychologist from Harvard, claims that this is because animals in the wild cannot afford to be depressed. They would be killed or starved if they did not pay attention to what was around them.